kind of thing that, you know, eventually it's going to bite them in the ass.
So the pistol round getting underway. They're already stacked up. Quickly give the agent run through. It's going to be paTiTek and Omen, Sayf for pyth. It's going to be ardiis on Sova, Sage for Davidp, and Mixwell for Jet. That will be, of course, on the G2 side as ardiis actually has gone around the back side of them. pyth's already seen Yacine coming along, and this is already starting things off. Now, there is actually someone coming around the back, which is why ardiis is backed away here. For Bonk, it will be bonkar will be playing this over, so it'll be bonkar that's actually trying to get the wraparound and see what's going on here. pyth's going to spot Sayf, who is playing as the Phoenix again in this game. So he tends to rotate between the Phoenix and the Sage as well as the operator player. First time we've seen it certainly in Europe a lot with an operator Phoenix player. I'm not too sure how I feel about it still. Aaron's on Cypher, Ziz on Omen, and I guess it's Yacine that will probably be playing on Jet.
Yeah, and Spike's made it all the way down to sewers, but pyth's actually pushed out behind them, so Sayf. Again, you can see he's going to put the trap wire down there as well, so that leaves Sayf kind of stuck down here. Actually, he's going to come up. He's going to find Davidp from short. The spy cam still actually tucked away behind him, so all the information is going to get fed over to pyth, and now this G2 rotation is going to come out. But I mean, Bonk still haven't really got any ground on the site. 13 seconds left again, and I mean, Aaron's going to find pyth, but
okay.
I mean,
well,
Spike's gonna go down. Yeah, 7 seconds left on the clock. Again, it's just a tight one, and ardiis going to send up the recon bolt. This should give away the information. Mixwell finds the entry and the second.
Didn't care about the recon bolt, just went in and took them both down. All right, 2 headshots. I mean, most of the damage was done, and this is something we need to keep a track of throughout the game. You guys obviously watching the stream, keep your eye on the first bloods, because they do make quite a big difference in certainly a 5v5, especially when something like Haven, the map is so spread wide. If there is an initial first blood going in there, it can cause a lot of problems. So look at this, though. It's a force coming through because they got the plant down. Despite the fact they only got the 2 kills, they are forced into the Spectres. This is an interesting one. The Stingers as well stacked out. Only half armor throughout, so this may catch G2 off guard.
Yeah, and just to come back to that quickly, G2 pushing out, and in the first round, yeah, we're talking about Bonk running the clock down. And I mean, in that scenario there, it's pistol round. G2 have pushed people out all over the map, and I mean, it's actually ardiis that finds the second kill elsewhere, but I'm hoping we don't see more of that, as we're going to see a long push coming out here, and the dark cover's down, but a lot of damage going through it. Yacine going to dash through. pyth will find him. So not really getting any entry right now, and 3 G2 players over here to defend it.
Good backup cover there, but they have got the B side control at the moment, so they've also pushed it a little bit on double doors. Mixwell finds himself face to face with the Spectre around the corner. So the Cypher player, which is Aaron, in on B site, and they really could do with getting the bike this way. I think he wants to go for the wraparound on C. They're still insisting on sticking at C, and he will be. He's going to come around the back of them. So they've put this really weird split between the team at the moment. Davidp's pushed up a long way down A short. Mixwell's all the way back in spawn, waiting to see which way he's got to go, but it is going to be a C-site explosion as Pat tries to hold it up, gets the spray down. ardiis actually picks off Aaron. That was the backstab maneuver. So with that gone, the dark cover goes back through. Paranoia down, nothing a lot there. But Sayf is so low on health right now that Pat keeps getting the little pick here and there. Can't manage to take him down.
20 seconds left on the clock, Lee. And they're still here in the same spot with the spike. We've got alert coming in from B. Dark cover going to come off the defensive spawn, but I mean, if you're going to force up here, you want to be decisive. You want to be making moves. I mean, now, yeah.
It's just went aggressive, just straight up. You know what? Next dark cover that go down. I'm done with this. 5 seconds on the clock. Nothing's going to happen. And again, Ziz, no man's land. So that, okay. I want to talk about this from an IGL point of view. You were a former IGL a long time ago.
Many moons
thrown under the bubble. It was a force. They had B control. Why would they not wrap back from C? They had chance. Dark cover was down. There was easy chance to wrap back around to B.
I wish I had an answer for you. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about there. If you're going to force up in round 2, again, with the SMGs, you need to get up close and personal. You need to get an entry into site, and again, Yacine's done his job effectively, even by dashing in there, banking on one person. I feel like somebody should have been there for the follow-up, because the only thing that happened for the next minute and 10 seconds was they sat behind the dark cover. I really don't understand it.
Well, maybe leading off the previous round thinking, okay, B was pretty free. That looked like the location they want to bring the spike, but they are getting surrounded. They're covering off Davidp at double doors as well, too, trying to block that one out as Pat tries to get the spray through. Mixwell now with ardiis, both coming from A-Link as well. Aaron was going to find one. Mixwell does manage to get the reply. That's Ziz being picked off. Sayf on site, still at the B site, and the spike actually being moved. It's going back over to A site, so bonkar moving it around there. Sayf's going to be the distractor on B site.
Yeah, and Sayf going to find Pat coming through from C-Link, but the spike's still not moving here. And again, Cypher's utility still set up on A site, so the information is going to go over if they have to destroy that, but now they've got this kill. Mixwell and ardiis are thinking, well, there's nobody else here, so you got to assume this is about to happen. And actually, there you go. The tripwire, yeah, that's going to pop, and that's going to give the information over there. So now G2 going to look to retake.
Going to become leaping through. Look for the arrows from ardiis. See if he can set something up, give the information. One's going to sit passive. Oh, but Aaron needed to win that duel out. And now it's almost certain they're going to push him down. bonkar will get the one with the frenzy, but that's all it's going to be. And while they did get the spike plant in, it was... it's a decent round, right? I mean, I think they're mainly on pistols, so you know that they got what they could,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
and they
absolutely.
It kind of skews G2's whole bonus round ethic of, you know, you're taking the SMGs through to round 3 and then you get your rifles. Didn't really benefit them much, but their economy is still golden.
Yeah, I mean, they kept hold of ardiis's Phantom, so that's obviously going to come back into play, and it's looking like, well, actually Pit, David, and Pat do have to force up, and Mixwell going to upgrade to the operator. So, again, not a massive issue in terms of G2, but it's more the fact that Bonk get themselves that extra cash flow to get full armor and stuff buying back into round 4. So we'll see what they can do this time around with some better weaponry.
Yacine considering a little pick, and he was wise not to. Mixwell and ardiis were both sat waiting for someone to peek out that window. Sayf going to go up close on the wall and see if he can draw any attention, but it is a standard default strat this time. Seeing if there's any aggression, and Mixwell went looking and found the head there. Sayf. Nice work.
Joke's over.
That was actually a really nice pick there, and going to pop the run it back, yeah, and try and find an entry here. Davidp in a cheeky spot behind the wall, and he's actually not been spotted at all. Davidp has played this perfectly. He has played this perfectly.
So they've no clue. They've run in, they've took one down, so they'll be saying, yes, he's clear, guys. I've took you down and see. Well, we'll see. Is he going to go through double doors? No, it's going to back it away. It is going to be a B. The mind games coming out from bonkar. I mean, yeah, they're 3-0 down. This could be their first big round, though.
That was actually a lovely fake. A really, really lovely fake. The dark cover comes out. Obviously, Sayf throws up his blaze as well. You can see the spy cam going to get a little bit of information over there, but Pit will find bonkar regardless. Again, a lot of time being eaten up here, so I'm assuming they're just... I mean, Davidp's still on C long. Pit now, as you can see, walking down towards sewer. So they're just going to try and hold on to these phantoms, because I think if I remember correctly, there was 3 players that had fallen under 1,000 credits, so keeping these 2 weapons is going to be huge for G2 in the next one, but Bonk will put their first round on the board here with a nice fake on C site and the spike getting planted on B. I mean, that's the sort of thing. Well, I'm hoping Yacine didn't lose an expensive gun.
Not too
he's still got 2,400. Yeah,
it was his bought for him. That's why.
Yeah.
So I mean, it still hurts the economy in that perspective. And Aaron buys for bonkar, so they will be back on the phantoms, a full phantom stack. It's always interesting, you know, seeing how the players favor the phantom or the vandal. But actually, we saw a bulldog, I think, just coming in there for G2. So somebody is hurting for cash. Of course, ardiis on the operator. He's
got
feeling
a double up set up now.
Thing gained on either long, and actually 2 snuck the way into short. Doesn't mean too much just yet, but I mean, they've come through. Where's the Hunter's Fury going? That's going to be the operator miss. That's ardiis, and look at this. They're both up on short already. They've snuck right in there. Pit's still hanging. Right up close, and he's going to find Aaron. That's going to stop it dead because Sayf is still yet to get past with the spike. Now they realize there's somebody around here. They turn around, but it's too late. Ardiis has been stabbed in the back, but Pit gets himself a collateral. Lines up both Yacine and Ziz as they go for the double peek, and that's going to stop this round dead.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough there. The information should have come across when they hear the operator. Again, a bit of a fake and bait there. Ardiis shooting the operator through the cyber cage, and then Pit swings through. But Mixwell actually going to get pressured off heaven here. Bonk's still trying to look their way in. Davidp already on the flank as well. There you go. The kill's going to go in favor of actually, no, in favor of Bonk initially, but Sayf, the last one up now in a 1v2 situation. Definitely winnable, and he's onto the... Okay. As I say, he's onto the flank. Davidp obviously had to destroy the trap wire coming in from Garden there. But G2 recover well.
And they recover both operators as well, which is the main thing, so their economy is still pretty safe at the moment. I think it was Pat that actually had to go on to the Bulldog in the previous round. Looks like it's going to be a drop for him this time. A Vandal down, and of course for Bonk, well, it's most likely just a safe round. I didn't quite catch a glimpse. I didn't see any weapons coming through unless they've grabbed him in the last, but you never know. Let's see if it's going to be a quick pistol rush somewhere. Maybe catch someone out. Mixwell looks like he's going to go for the easy pick. Doesn't work, has to back away. They might just keep pushing it, and they are. They're right on his back, and it's going to be Yacine with the Blade Storm straight in. They hear it coming, though. Pat's already backing away, ready and waiting for the Blade Storm to come around the corner. The Aldrone's going to force the attention. He's going to get backed up, and there's another Blade Storm in the back. And now it's all on Davidp, trying to hold the site down. Pushes around, gets himself one, but that's going to be a triple for Yacine, and the spike plant should come in.
This is what I mean. This aggression. I mean, if Yacine's hitting shots like that, why aren't they utilizing that on the buy rounds? I mean, this is a save round for them, and just a really, really clean push through there. Love the synergy of the Owl Drone. Yacine immediately follows up on the tag as well to pick up Pat before he can escape into B site. And now it's all on Pit to just do some damage to Bonky. We'll find Aaron down in mid underneath window. So that Cypher lurk, not going to get any value right now, but Spike is planted for long. You can see the double stack down there in Cubby. But yeah, just going to look to save the weapon here. Pit's taken one off the board. And I'm guessing the other two have upgraded. Yeah, you can see a Phantom for Ziz. Yacine only managing to find a Spectre though, but wow. I mean, what a round.
There's two operators on the board if they could have found them, so certainly interesting. Still Yacine sticking with the Spectre. Now he's going to try and get himself a Phantom away. So just the double Phantoms, and Pit did manage to steal one of the operators away, so that's going to be passed back over to Mixwell. Not a lot he could do about that. The chase, the tailwind into a tailwind. It's like trying to escape as best they could, but well played. Yacine gets an important second round. Now let's see if they can build on that with the attack and keep the pressure on. It is going to be a long peek down A, but we can see
this is the thing I was talking about. Look at the rotation of Pit here. He's playing C-Link now.
Yep.
His utilities invested. G2 stacks 3 over towards A. They're looking for this early information. They're going to tuck ardiis in sandbags if they don't find it, and then they rotate off. I absolutely love this play from G2. We've seen it a couple of times now.
Aldrone will give away the information. Sees the one, knows he's sat waiting, and the slow play from Bonk. Well, it keeps him safe for now. Pat already rotating over to C though. Gonna throw down the dark cover and one over to A as well. Is that gonna buy time for Is ardiis gonna push? He's playing with the cloudburst at the moment. Ardiis sitting in the dark cover. He's just gonna try and shock dart his way through, but they're all boosted, so that won't have any effect. And it's going to be mid in the end through to B, which is open. Well read by Bonk so far.
Yeah, Spycam's still set up above the door, and you can see Pit's got himself tucked on logs on C site, helping Pat out. Davidp holding close on the double doors, but they're just going to walk in here. Trap wire gets destroyed, and there you go. The information is going to go over to G2 now. That's probably looking like a B hit. And the Hunter's Fury going to get invested as well. I don't think he initially found a tag there, but he finds a double tag, actually. Not going to get a kill for it.
Mixwell's going to go for the peek, and he will find Sayf down. That's going to get instantly re-peeked, and Ziz will count him down. Now, ardiis is going to be coming from the same spot from connector. Double door for Judge. Don't forget, keep your eye on the kill feed for that one. Davidp over there as Pit goes looking. He gets picked off. paTiTek's been taken down as well, and now it's all on ardiis. And Davidp only had a judge. He's going to see if he can pick up a better weapon. It looks like ardiis has already just rescued the op. He's sat in a position to take it. I think this is going to be a simple save.
Yeah, David maybe just looking to do some damage on the way out. But I don't think Bonk are going to give him anything here. Again, really nice execute from Bonk. And zero hesitation. They react based on the information they get. Davidp is actually going to fall to the spike. Not sure why, because he managed to retrieve himself a Phantom. Maybe just couldn't get away quick enough. But again, a really confident push from Bonk there, and it pays off for them. Maybe this is what they needed to do. They just needed to get a couple of executes down cleanly, and they're going to hit some momentum here.
What G2 are going to do with this? I'm going to say they rescued the op, but they haven't got anything else. I wonder if they're going to stack behind it and maybe try and rescue another weapon. I assume Mixwell's been given the op. Looks like Pat wants to go aggressive, and this, well, we'll see how it works for him. He's got Paranoia ready to go. If he pops a Paranoia, but spotted out. Mixwell is there, they're with him. Telelight's ardiis with the operator. That's stuck it in the corner. Yacine, Paranoia comes down and he just sprays it out, but Sayf's flames will find Pat. No way you can sneak around when there's a Phoenix on the map.
And now you can see Bonk looking to go back towards the spawn. Davidp actually going to invest the wall to boost ardiis up. You can see on the minimap it's actually broken, so I think he manages to jump off logs and get back up. But Pitt got himself tucked into sewers now. Spy cam gets destroyed, and you can see that information being relayed. G2 are going to come over and back him up here on A site. Mixwell with a bucky in hand. But David tucked up close there. Sayf going to find him immediately, and Mixwell will fall as well. But Pitt finds two.
It's just to get the recovery, but he is the last man standing. And still the spike not planted, so he actually has the site covered off, but look what's coming behind him.
Yeah.
He sensed it, doesn't matter. Yacine finds it, and they're going to get the operator away, and it's all square 4 apiece. They're even going to try and rush the spike plant down, get that bonus. Not going to happen. Wow. Okay, we got a game on our hands.
Yeah. This is, I guess the bind performance is lingering in my head. But this is the Bonk we saw on Ascent yesterday, to be honest with you. They're looking decisive, they're playing confidently. I'm really liking what I see so far. I
just wonder if the slow play that Bonk have been executing throughout it is almost somewhat frustrating G2, because they're a team that likes to be on with it, get it done. And obviously looking for those opening picks. And I talked about it right at the start, look for how many first bloods come through. And at the moment, they've kind of been starved of those first bloods, G2 at the moment. Our drones going looking through B. And as of yet, the tactical prowess of Bonkar and his team have been working out. So Salah's clearly been working overnight to get this going, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. 4-4, good start.
Yeah, and again, a lot of A presence here. No real commitment down long or sewers. You can see Pitt's got his setup here, and Mixwell already coming back over with the operator to maybe read into this. See, actually a heavy stack now. 4 players with the lurk outside double doors here to try and cut off the rotation. Dark cover going to cover mid. And actually Sayf going to run it back all the way up A long here. I'm not going to find anything on site here, so G2 happy to play retake here. Let's see what they can get done.
Spike plant comes in, Pitt sits and waits for the dark cover. Saw the information of one, tries to get the tag on Ziz, can't quite finish with the frag though, and the cloudburst will go back up top. Bonkar holding a really tight, close angle with the operator though. There's cover from short as well, and it does look like G2 are going to be forced to all come from the same direction, which is less than ideal, especially when the flashes come from Sayf. Mixwell though, and Pat comes through, breaking on through. ardiis gets Ziz down as well, and Sayf's going to do a lot of work, took down on short. He's not got any support left arriving. He's just going to hold the defuse, and Sayf will go down. What a retake from G2, winning all the aim battles.
You will not kill my allies.
Absolutely right. They literally just won every single challenge they took there. The recon bolt giving away a lot of information. It was actually a curveball to counter the push out there. I like that utility usage from Sayf. As soon as they get pinged on the recon bolt, he throws the curveball out. It means that they can't immediately die, but I mean, it doesn't end up mattering in the end. G2 just absolutely gun them down.
Wonder if any of their teammates got flashed. That's what I wonder. When the curveball goes through, it's always one of those things, right? That if they weren't quite ready for it, the counter comes in. Does look like it's going to be a C push this time. ardiis is there with the operator along with Pat. So actually, Pat's got the operator. Wait, have they traded? It's interesting to see whether they've switched it up. They're going to get the shot. Misses on Sayf, actually, and Sayf gets the crossover, but now he's kind of trapped in that corner. Pat's going to back away. And there goes the recon bolt back and forward, and immediate shock darts going on towards him. ardiis actually the target for the Hunter's Fury. Not really catching on anyone, but they're just going to rush through and back it up. Didn't catch and connect, which is what they were looking for. Now they're actually tucked in that cubby in a really awkward spot.
Yeah, the Owl drone going to give this information as well. But Spike's made it back towards mid here, and you can see Ziz. He put his dark cover over here a short while ago, and he's going to come back and check it out. But again, these two players, I mean, yeah, Sayf manages to make it out of cubby now, but Yacine's still stuck there. And this, I mean, this presence here on C Long is keeping Mixwell and ardiis and Pat, to be fair. Davidp flexes out, Ziz will find him. But I mean, it's keeping ardiis and Mixwell occupied.
So with David down, double doors open, they decide, let's wrap back to C. Pat's actually rotated off. So he's gone over to A site, and Mixwell has come over with the op. Sit and wait the time. 12 seconds. They've not got any time. They've got to get the plant. If they've got time to run down long and get the spike in, I'm not too sure. They've got to make it work. They had to get ardiis down. He just had to delay them, and the spike is going to be down at the last second. They run the clock down all the way to 0.3, I think it was there. And this has just been their style, but it's worked. They've got the site, they've got the plan, and they get the round.
I mean, I'd be interested to know if that's intentional, knowing the way G2 play, based on the information that they're feeding to G2. They're saying, we know they're going to over-rotate here. We know they won't commit 3 people to hold in C if we don't end up pushing in. Because I think you're absolutely right. In this scenario, it's paying off really, really well for them. But I mean, I hate to beat a dead horse, but Bind yesterday, their hesitation was their downfall.
Pat. Surprise. Oh, he lands it. Gets Yacine. They're trying to hunt down those weapons. Don't really have a great economy to chase it, Bonk. Yeah, they're just gonna group up on huddle. They don't have the economy to chase either way. 5-5 all square. Very similar to the NIP game yesterday in the semi-finals, where they went the distance back and forth, and it breaks both economies if they keep trading these rounds back and forth.
Yeah, again, invested into the double, and again, well, they saved both of them from it, so they're just gonna have to buy up the Phantoms in replacement. But G2 again leaning heavily on the double operator setup. Nice little one-way there. We'll see long. Recon Bolt gonna go through, but the Cloud Burst is gonna block everything. Ziz actually catching a wallbang there. He's lucky not to lose his life there. Yacine dashes down. ardiis and Mixwell will fall to him. Bladestorm gets popped immediately. Neural Theft to come out. Yacine finds his third, and this is...
You asked for it. You asked for that Bladestorm in the weapon round, and he delivers it.
It's insane.
Hot hands down. Pat locked off from sight. I mean, while the flames obviously don't physically prevent you, they're going to burn you if you try and push on through, and it puts you a block of wall of vision. And now Pat's going to try and creep above, but this is looking like a 6th round done and dusted for bonkar. Bonkar himself has actually gone around the wall. He actually went around C long. Yacine hunting for the ace. Taken away from him, but it's a flawless round going into the final half. And Bonkar, they're looking great so far. We could be seeing a 7-5 here. It is going to be force, and we'll get what you can. ardiis, not ideal on a Spectre. Davidp will be able to buy straight into it. He's actually going to force it to get the op and pass it off.
Yeah, Bonk looking really good. I'm surprised actually at how effectively they're switching the pace up round by round. I mean, you said it earlier. I think in certain scenarios, it's just catching G2 off guard. And they don't really know how to react to this kind of, I guess, versatility to the playstyle.
It's a really awkward spot to throw the spike in. The left side of C. Yeah, there we go. Now he's moved it back. The left side of C long. I was like, I'm not sure on that one, but they've recovered. But look at this. Mixwell's going aggressive. Coming around the side. Are they expecting him? Yes, they are. Yacine has been on point, just as he was in the semi-finals and throughout the tournament. Absolutely delivering here in the final. pyth's pushed up close, though. Pushed in tight. That's going to draw the attention. The cloudburst goes down. He's not going to push any further. He does have ardiis with him. They've gone very aggressive on this one. And look at this. pat's even pushed up C long. Look at the net closing in from G2.
Yeah. I mean, this is insane. ardiis gets himself all the way inside A lobby. And again, now, this is something I talked about yesterday. They get the information. Even if ardiis falls here, they get the information so early that the rotation time isn't an issue. But Spike going to make his way over towards B. David holding ready with the operator. Didn't catch him there, but pyth actually spams through the dark cover and finds the headshot.
Gets the backup we needed. Hunter's Fury comes through from ardiis and finds Ziz down. We saw that the other day. And would you believe it, G2 pick up the round. We're all square into the half. 6-6.
Yeah, really impressive stuff from Bonk so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm hoping we don't have a scrappier defense as we saw on Haven yesterday, even though it was fantastic to watch. We talked about how many times it came down to a post-plant clutch or a 1v1. I think that maybe plays into the hands of G2 a little more today, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far, Lee.
Well, the pistol can be huge. We saw Bonk picking a lot of pistols up against NIP, and it carried them through, especially on Ascent. Let's see if they can do similar here. It's going to be an aggressive action on A long that won't net themselves anything yet. pyth's sitting deep at the moment. Just around the corner, pops that camera down, and you can see it immediately gets the dart in bonkar, so he's going to have to rotate off it. Knowing full well they saw the two there, so they're realizing, okay, C must be weak, and they're just going to push fast into C long here. Mixwell dives straight in. Ziz catches him off. The second they try and push it, Yacine peeks back around. He's got that frenzy ready to go, but Davidp trying to lock around the shot belt straight in the face of Ziz. The peek comes out from Davidp. It's not going to quite land and connect, but Yacine down. That will be the sight. The spike goes down.
Cover going
Again, I love the discipline from G2 there. Just keep your scene occupied as long as possible, and pat's able to just completely overwhelm him there. Sayf actually going to find the hot hand skill onto pat. Now burst out.
He's going for the peek. Doesn't quite work this first time. Sayf gets him down, and he gets headshot on pyth, and Bonk will pick up the pistol.
We saw Sayf pull off a couple of clutches yesterday, but that was a little special, Lee.
It's just...
I love the confidence there. He just swings out.
I love it. Okay. Well, G2 now know they have a game on their hands. I'm sure pyth would have been telling them. pyth, by the way, rocking the top of the board. 14 kills. He did very well the first half. Let's see if he can continue that. But at the moment, it is going to be the weapons. No force action coming out from G2, of course. They did get the spike plant down, but they're going for the simple save and roll on through to the third round rifle. And again, we're going to see some aggression on A long. Oh, that shock bolt didn't quite get through.
I was going to say, that looked like it was going to do loads of damage, but actually, it actually didn't, unfortunately.
I think he hit the doorway.
Yeah. A double stack on A, though, here, so they're well equipped to deal with this. Oh! Actually, pat finds it.
Pat actually forced into this. Okay, so they are coming in with Spectres. I didn't see them picking up the Spectres, but they have managed to get it down. Mixwell will take bonkar down. And that is going to be the spike planted with ease. The retake is going to be very hard from this position. The dark cover down. I'm not even sure they're going to go for it. The Bulldog's ready. They have to look for it. Going through the slow, have to back away. The recon bot catching him out as well. ardiis doing the work. Davidp going to cover the back side as well. He's rotated it all the way up A and got the window covered. So if they even try and back away from this one, he's actually going for the full wrap around here. Look at this, Mike. He's going for it.
Battle Sage activated. The Paranoia are going to go through graffiti here, but I'm not sure I agree with the retake still. This is way too long, and maybe just looking to do some damage to the economy here. I'd be curious to see if Bonk can buy up 2 weapons to make the next one maybe just a force. But if Davidp is able to punish anyone, it's definitely not going to be the case. Yacine in here trying to ninja defuse things.
Oh.
Or maybe just drawing somebody back to die to the spike.
Pitt was the only one back there. If he'd have got that, he may well have been able to get, because he was already halfway.
I mean, Pitt dies as well, so again, that takes a weapon off the board. Well, at least they have to buy one back for him. Let's see. So, yeah, Bonk are going to force back into this. We've got... Well, force him back in with armor, so they're going to try and just support the SMG they have on the board, I guess. Because obviously... They've got the money to do so and then buy back into the next round, but if Yacine would have got that, it would have been so cheeky.
I mean, thinking back, Sayf must be fuming. He got a great little flash on them all, but Pat still took him down. It's just, I know I've talked about that before. The problem with the flash is you are aimed at that corner already, so as soon as the flash comes out, everyone just fires, but they're going to rush on straight through on this one. Push on through into the dark cover, try and spam as much as they can. Yacine tucked in with the sheriff. It's not going to work out. Now, Sayf has pushed up heavily on A. Got himself tucked in the corner. But this is going to be a B play. Or is it? They're going over A. They're going into Sayf.
Yeah, and I mean, Sayf, if they don't clear this, you should be able to get... No, Pat's going to clear it immediately.
No, he isn't. He gets the one down, but it gives the information. He saw them all come into the rotate. It's got to come through, but Davidp has caused some problems. He was actually in B site there, put the wall down. Bonkar's got around the back of them, so he should be cleared out by Bonkar in a second. David's not really looking that way, but the spike plant will go down. It's going to be a weapon taken away. And now let's see what they can do in a 4v3 retake.
Here.
I mean... The post-plant setup here from G2. Pitt's way off on an island. He might actually go for the full flank through B-Link here. And maybe Mixwell just going to try and stall time for Pitt to do something. But he's actually going to get contact from 3 people through Archway there. And here's this lurk. Pitt's managed to get close enough already. Ziz will find ardiis, but they're not going to expect this at all.
He waits. The experience gets the one. Can't get the spike diffuser. That's what he was looking for. And it will be in the last gasp for defuse for Bonk. And they will get that round on the board. Oh, Mike, we are going the whole way back and forward, I feel. This one has got legs.
If you just look at the last 3 round counts, that's pretty much what the series yesterday against NIP looked like. It was literally round for round every single time, coming down to clutches, post-plant situations. I mean, Bonk are massively impressing me right now. Really, really impressive. Again, they're staying cool under pressure. They're not letting the... I mean, on their attacking half, they didn't let the G2 kind of play style get the better of them, which a lot of teams do.
Joke's over.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing.
Back, where's that going? It's actually pushed down long, so he's going to find ardiis. Ardiis should be able to finish him off with the run it back there, and he will. Actually, I think it timed out before he saw him, so I don't know whether he saw it, but they've managed to rush in on A side. Bonkar going down. Will get vision with the owl drone. He should be able to see one. Should be able to get the wall bang. Doesn't quite work for him. Doesn't have the power of the spray with that bulldog, but he's just going to go for it again. He still can't get Pitt down.
Pitt's lucky to escape with his life there, to be honest with you. The heal comes in from Davidp, but 5v5 here.
Look at ardiis on the wrap around as well. He's coming. It's going to be a slow push. So they've managed to dark cover off short. Paranoid goes across. That caught Mixwell. But Yacine gets down, and it's a double push down that's working out for them. They still haven't yet to clear sight, though, and suddenly Davidp delivers, gets himself the triple, and Mixwell goes for the Bladestorm finish. And it's going to be G2 that pick up the 8th round. 8-8, we continue.
Yeah, just 1 for 1. Let's just trade him back and forward right now.
There's nothing, though, this time that Bonkar can do. They are, I keep saying Bonkar, they used to be known as Team Bonkar, but obviously they're Bonk. Yeah, it's going to be a full pistol this time. There's no way they can force anything from this one. However, the amount of thrifties I've seen throughout this tournament, I would not discount it.
It doesn't look, I mean, they're going to stack heavy towards A here. Bladestorm is
Shock darts. Mixwell caught heavy. And now Yacine's going to sneak up. 3 of them have already gone left, but oh, there's one onto the right. Does manage to catch the headshot. Sees Pitt. Pitt, the last one there, tries to get away in the smoke, down to 3 health, but the damage is done, the surprise factor, and they've got 2 down already, and it's a 3-on-5.
Yeah, Spike going to make its way up A long now. There is still a cloudburst covering it, but Davidp and ardiis ready to take it. ardiis will find the headshot over default. Sayf now going to try and flash out, but doesn't peek it. And I like Davidp playing anti-flash there and expecting the second, but he will find Sayf in sewer regardless. There you go.
Saved by ardiis. And this will be the round, I feel. Aaron. Yeah. Gonna have to go huge here with the neural theft already showing his position, so just gonna go for the re-peek. They know where you are, mate. Still not landing it. Spike only just gone down as well, so it was a little delayed with the action on site, but ardiis gets himself a 4K. Big play from the big man. Especially after losing the 2 early. They don't lose any more on site.
No, really good stuff again. G2 just waiting out the utility really, really well from Bonk there, not giving away any unnecessary kills. Shout out to ardiis and Pat, by the way. They're not on the Sage and they're literally farming assists, and that's all off of recon bolts, damage, and obviously the paranoia from him. So you can see how well G2 are synergizing to make use of their utility. Absolutely love to see that.
They've triple stacked over at A site, expecting a big hit there, and left double doors exposed, left B effectively exposed, and Yacine's going to get caught out. The cloudburst won't pop quick enough, and ardiis finds him. So quick aggression in there. Bonkar coming in with the owl drone to try and get the cross damage down, looking for someone up on high, expecting Mixwell to be up there. Ziz was found though, and that was all the way over, so it does mean that they are pinned from one position. Yeah, they're going to go for the save here and back away from this one. Bonkar just buying the time.
Yeah, obviously a couple of weapons to worry about. Pat will actually find Aaron over in A-Link there. That's I mean, I'm feeling like that's going to be a big loss, because sometimes, you know, the way the economy works, if somebody stays on light armor or doesn't rebuy up any armor, can usually get a bulldog or an extra AR out of it. But now that they're looking at being down 3 weapons, I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do here.
The big problem, of course, is that G2 have managed to finally settle their economy. Mixwell going down to the spike. Don't know what he was carrying, whether I can only assume he wasn't on a big weapon, but as I say, pyth 7.6k now. Their economy has finally been stabilized after the 3 rounds back to back. It does mean, of course, that the Bonk are in a tricky position, double bulldog, and Yacine, well, I don't really know what he's going to go with here.
Yeah, like I said, the fact that they held on to the 2, I think they're just short 1, but Yacine probably going to force up with an SMG here. It doesn't look like they're going to try and capitalize off the 4-buy. A relatively default setup here, but G2 looking to go hard on C long here.
Sayf has found pyth. That was a double door peek. Has netted them something. He can rotate through, but Mixwell has dashed onto site. Ziz is actually expecting something to come. Sayf with the flash, finds himself the shot, but Pat's managed to frag onto Ziz. That was a spike. I just saw the shock dart actually landing on the planter there. So damage coming through. Another flash comes through. ardiis, though, has stopped Sayf in his tracks. Now Yacine's going to come push it through, but he's gone straight into Pat. ardiis finds the other, and now it's all down to 1. The retake was looking good for Bonk, but it's gone and it's shattered. Aaron will find 1 with his 11 hit points, and a dream is all he has left.
Yeah, that's a fantastic round from Pat, by the way. And I love the bait from Mixwell. Literally, it just uses the tailwind to get in, tucked behind default. It just runs as a bait. It's literally a half a second distraction for Pat to throw the paranoia through, and they come and follow up on that. And then that's how I like. I mean, everybody looks at Jet as kind of this solo fragger, the duelist role. We should be running off and getting kills and stuff. But again, it's people are so worried about playing into it that, I mean, Mixwell's use there, it's literally just to get eyes away from long.
We might see Sayf using to run it back up A long here. Not too sure. He's going to tuck himself in the corner either way. Shock bolts will come through, connects 1. Yacine with the Guardian finds Pat. That was down short. As he continues to push on through, he's going to get Davidp down there, and Davidp will take him down. And now Sayf, though, has got that operator work, but he's been picked off, and David gets the res in. Bonkar is still waiting, only got the 4 kills so far. That makes it 5, but he goes down. pyth clears out sight, and the retake will be a problem here for the 2 remaining members of Bonk.
Yeah, Spike still can't come down A long, though, so this is all beneficial to Bonk in the retake scenario, other than that wall going down, blocking off defensive spawn. But I think Davidp's heal is just about coming online in the next 5 seconds or so. So all 3 members of G2, there you go. He's back online. He gets fully healed up again. And it looks like they're actually going to go for it. Ziz baiting out the shrouded step and then sends the paranoia down towards Graffiti. But now actually comes inside. Oh, David read into it perfectly. pyth finds Aaron. Tidy clean up in the post one from G2. And there you go. They find themselves on match point now.
Map point. We're not quite there. We've got a few more maps to go for the match point, but yeah, we're
it is match point for the
map point. Match would be the whole final. So, I don't know. It's the way the terminology across various FPSs. But anyway, I mean, it was a good try for Bonk. I mean, it was the back and forth. Basically, they were the ones that came out worse, and their economy was the one that got battered. They had to go down to that eco, and that's kind of where the turning point was, right? Now they're going to be pushing on through, so let's see if they can stop this dead in its tracks. They've got one tucked across the side. Ziz gets David. Now Yacine comes in. They've done the damage. Yacine gets another with a Blade Storm. Sitting on map point, they have managed to cut them down, and ardiis, the last man standing, was popping off the Hunter's Fury from the back while the rest of his team go down. And Yacine with the spray through the smoke finds him.
Yeah, dark cover not providing any safety for ardiis there. And actually, I mean, a really impressive hold considering there was a couple of Spectres on the board, a Bulldog as well. They stopped the rush very effectively there from G2. You're seeing again, just having a fantastic start to the day. He was definitely the man to watch yesterday.
Oof. Well, G2 can obviously rebuy straight back into it. And they're not too worried about that. They've still got 3 rounds to play with. There's a lot of work still to go. And pyth finds Sayf. Tries to go for that aggression once again, but it's answered. Done it few too many times from short. Now Ziz caught out with the dark cover. He's going to have to back away from that one. And now they've lost control of double doors. Yacine's got ardiis. He's actually gone in behind them in double doors. Oh, but Pat responds.
Actually, Spike going to make its way back through spawn here. Spycam's still over towards A long, so that information is going to get relayed. But there's only 1 body. Well, 2 if you count the owl drone, I guess. But from the shadows, and there you go, the information is going to get relayed there. But now the hit comes towards B, so G2 reacting immediately off of that. Davidp just going to wall himself up. Find a freebie on Ziz, and that's the entry onto B site, and Spike will go down here.
Well, they're going to try and wrap around and come from the same position. Map point going their way into a dark cover. They got to wait for each other. They can't push one by one. Now, David's actually gone through. It's all on Pat at the moment. Aaron just sitting there. There's going to be the information play. They've got to force him down. They're trying to get a bit of wallbang down. Oh, the shot bolt doesn't quite do enough. Mixwell gets bonkar down, and Aaron will be the last to fall. Would you believe Pat still lives as well? 13-9. The first map goes